Cyril Ramaphosa was made a president with the money donated to him by the Jewish people who are behind this Israeli embassy and the Israeli government. Those who gave Cyril money are the Jewish people who are not progressive, are Jewish people who want to perpetuate the apartheid Israel and the oppression of Palestine. That's why Cyril can't say anything. He went to the ANC, NEC, wear a scarf. Yes, sirs. Those Jewish people were like, "Wena, you wear a scarf with Palestinian scarf with our money." He had to issue a statement to explain himself. There is nothing to explain, even ourselves when we live here. We are not explaining anything to anyone. We make no apology for being here. The EFF, when it takes over next year, is going to arm Hamas and make sure Hamas has got the necessary equipment to fight for their freedom. Netanyahu is a #1 terrorist, and he must be declared everywhere he goes. He must never know peace because he's a #1 world terrorist, and the world must fight against terrorists. A murderer, a person who's committing genocide in Palestine in the name of attacking Hamas, yet is attacking innocent women and children. He says to them, "I'm giving you 24 hours to leave Gaza or else I'm coming in." As the people are walking out of Gaza, scared of Israel, he's shooting those innocent people. Yet he's the one who said, "Leave." When they are leaving, he's killing them. It can't be that the people of South Africa, who are beneficiaries of international solidarity, sit back and allow this nonsense to go on. We don't want apartheid Israel. And when we say we don't want apartheid Israel, it must never be confused with the fact that we are saying we don't want the Jews. It's not true. There are a lot of white people in South Africa when we're fighting a white apartheid regime. One of them is here. He joined the struggle against white apartheid in South Africa. Yet he was white because he never saw that struggle as a struggle against white people. He saw it as a struggle to liberate the oppressed masses of our people. So where are the progressive Jews to stand up and say we do not associate ourselves with Netanyahu? No one must go around saying we are fighting with Jews, not in our name. We are not fighting with Jews, we are fighting with an apartheid Israel, and it shall fall. It's just a matter of time before the illegitimate government of Israel falls. Comrades, we are not only going to arm Hamas, we are going to remove this embassy. Because we can't stay with murderers in the same area, breathe the same air with people who kill innocent people. Don't listen to those who are here on Friday coming for PR. They've got the power to remove this nonsense behind this truck. They are not removing it. Why? They are getting money from the Israeli government. That's why they are scared of the Israeli government. This nonsense of Israel can only be stopped if South Africa takes a position and say leave. The whole African continent will join, the whole progressive international world will join and say Palestine embassies must leave. We are here to do a simple task, to tell Israel and the world to know that we are on the side of Palestine. We are not neutral, because Neutrality during the difficult times is equal to selling out. Palestinians will remember the silence of those who kept quiet during difficult times. We are here today in Pretoria, the heart of apartheid. The reason why we are able to come and march here today and do it freely, without soldiers carrying guns, without police carrying guns, without us being intimidated, is because the people of the world stood with us during difficult times. It was the people of Nigeria who took their money from their salaries and donated to liberation movement for us to get our freedom. It was the anti-apartheid movement in America, in UK, in many other parts of the world where the world stood in solidarity with us and said, we will not sit down and watch the Afrikaner apartheid regime killing our people in South Africa. That's why we have our freedom today. We are here to extend the same favor to the children of Palestine. The war in Palestine is not a holy war, it's an evil war. Because even here, the apartheid Afrikaner regime used to say they are the chosen ones, used to say they are children of God and we are animals. So when the Minister of Defense of Israel calls Palestinians animals, we know what he means because we were called animals ourselves here in South Africa by those who were claiming they were sent by God. There is no holy war there, there is an evil war. And we must always stand against the evil. Comrades, what type of government do we have in Israel that goes and bomb a hospital where people have run away for refugee, where people are sick, where children are there, where pregnant women are there? You bomb a hospital and you say you are looking for Hamas, but you are killing innocent children. There is nothing wrong Hamas did. This folk tongues and people speaking in parables and we don't know what they are hearing, what they are saying, it's wrong. When you are oppressed, the only option you have is to fight. And that's what Hamas is doing. They are fighting for their freedom. Mandela did the same thing, took up the guns and fought for the freedom of the people of South Africa. When you are oppressed, you only have one option. Confront the enemy and shoot to kill. Do not kiss the enemy. Why do you want to kiss the enemy? People came, took the land of the Palestinians. Every year they extend their occupation. When you look at the map of Palestine, there is nothing left of land in Palestine. The people of Palestine have got nothing to lose but their chains. They must stand up and fight for their freedom, and condemning Hamas is an act of cowardice. I heard some fools saying we can't compare Hamas with Mandela and them. They are the same. This president of Areta carried guns. He was shooting to kill, to liberate you. He was doing exactly what Hamas is doing. O.R. Tambo did the same thing. Chris Hani did the same thing. Winnie Mandela did the same thing. Steve Biko did the same thing. There is nothing wrong Hamas is doing. But where did this ANC and MK get money to have guns, to have ammunition, to have food? The international progressive world gave them guns, gave them food, gave them their camps, Cuba gave them doctors. They were called terrorists, like Hamas is called terrorists. But people did not see terrorists in them, they saw liberators.
So, I really don't know how to call Julius Malema. One time he's supporting Pan-Africanism and peace, another time he's supporting other things. For instance, I just came to remember that Julius Malema was supporting LGBTQ. I'm not against LGBTQ people, but LGBTQ is not an African way of living. It's not an African custom, but he supports it. He supports LGBTQ, and he says that he supports Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism does not go hand on hand with gayism. We have things to deal with. We have matters way more important to deal with than homosexuality. The West has been pumping this idea onto us, and we are thinking, oh my, this is what we should do. But no. We have people who are dying of hunger. We have civil wars. We have, we want borderless policies, and this is not happening, you know. So Julius Malema is kind of lukewarm. He's here and he's there. Another, in a special video, he was advocating for the freedom of Palestine. You know what's happening in the Middle East. So he was supporting them, saying free, dash, free, dash. Yeah, we love freedom. We love to support other people as well. However, I'm not also against freeing other people. But my point is one. My teacher used to tell me, Evans, charity begins at home. You know, before you remove the log, before you remove the speck in your neighbor's eye, remove the log from your own eye. Malema is saying that Africans, like Israel, should give freedom to Palestine, while himself here, he is on the double edge. I love Julius Malema, but I don't agree fully with everything that he says, you know. Right now, he's supporting Palestine. What happens next? We might hear that another time we will not support Palestine, you know. We need African leaders who will bring matters of Africa first. Africa, we have our own problems. We should deal with our own problems first. Before you shout free Palestine, at least you should shout free African land. Free this and that here in Africa. Free. Because also, you know, also another thing is this. Also, we blame a lot on apartheid. We say apartheid this, apartheid that, you know. It might also happen that Africans are oppressing the white people. It might also happen that way. Reverse apartheid is something which is real and something which is legit. It's happening in South Africa, you know. We should take care of this also as well. So it's true that when a sugar daddy buys you high heels, you will have to dance for him. That's why Cyril Ramaphosa cannot stand and talk against the bad things that are happening in Palestine. It's true. Tell me, have you heard Cyril Ramaphosa talking against the situation in Palestine? No. The only people who talk about it are Naledi Pandor and Julius Malema, among other South African leaders. This is because, as Julius Malema said, he got some donations from these people. Africans, I don't know what's our problem, and it seems that we are cursed. You know, a brother said that Africans, we are cursed. Africans, we are cursed, that we only, even no matter what, we always elect these people into power, no matter what. We are always blinded, we are always sick. We don't see ahead. These people who have done nothing, they have constructed nothing, they have shown nothing. The only thing that they show is their words and driving those big cars along the road, splashing water on people and dust on people. We elect these people. They are old and they should go back to sleep. They should go back to the retirement home and sleep over there, you know. So Julius Malema is addressing an important issue, and him saying that that the situation in Palestine and Israel is the same situation that happened between African people and the apartheid regime is same. Yeah, if you stand neutral, you stand guilty because you are taking the other side because somebody is being oppressed by it. You are just keeping quiet. You can't do nothing, you're just watching. How then are you different from the person who is committing the crime? It's better that you are not there even to see what's happening because you will be held guilty. Another thing is, in as much as Julius Malema has his own contradictory points and contradictive ideas, I agree with him in terms of support for humans. You know, if Africans, if other countries were to keep quiet and say it's a South African problem, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm not going to deal with it, then that would have been a very, very big problem for us Africans and for the South Africans who are wanting to fight for power and for freedom from the oppression of the white people.
We have to respect the rights of Palestinians. Comrades, we must never get tired. We will come here as and when we feel like all the time. President of Pudemo, these marches are very impactful. This is what liberated us, and this is what is going to liberate Palestine. We will always come here to remind these people that we don't want what's happening in Palestine. Comrades, the role of embassy is to collect intelligence for their countries. So all embassies of Israel in the world, when they file every day, there was a protest at the embassy. There was a protest at the embassy. One day, that government will listen because they will know that the world doesn't agree with what they are doing. Comrades, we must make sure that those who support Palestine, especially our brothers and sisters who believe that Palestine is under attack. This nonsense of Israel can only be stopped if South Africa takes a position and say leave. The whole African continent will join, the whole progressive international world will join and say Palestine embassies must leave. So today we have no memorandum. To give who memorandum? Because these people are not a government. These are thugs. These are terrorists here. And we can't legitimize terrorists. We must never give them the respect that we give to the deputy ambassador of Palestine. These people here have got no respect for humanity and for life. Therefore, we must never find ourselves in any cooperation, none whatsoever, with the Israeli embassy. We are happy that the African Union refused to give Israel an observer status in the African Union. We don't want only that. We want a resolution of the African Union that says the embassies of Israel in the whole of Africa must go until the people of Palestine find their peace. So fighters, by coming here, it's an act of sacrifice. You understand the pain of the children of Palestine. You are saying to the children of Palestine, your pain is our pain. You are saying to the children of Palestine, we will never enjoy our freedom as long as you don't enjoy freedom in Palestine. We are not free here as long as Palestine is not free. So comrades, you did not come because you are bored. You came because you understand the mission.
Africans, we can't still continue complaining about oppression. Well, it is our own African leaders who are oppressing us. We should just stand up and say no to this. We should just stop electing these people. You know, Corrupt leaders in West Africa, corrupt leaders in South Africa, you know, they're everywhere. Corrupt leaders are just everywhere. And we should, as Africans, we should stand up and, you know, work together, not against one another. If one country is supporting, if one country is being oppressed and it's an African country, we should work towards strengthening the bonds and defending these countries, you know. It does not have to be a Mali problem, does not have to be a Burkina Faso problem, does not have to be a Niger problem. It's an African problem. From the words of Kwame Nkrumah, the founders of Pan-Africanism, he said this: even though Ghana is liberated, when South Africa has still not attained its liberation or its freedom or is not independent, Ghana is still not free. Imagine the words. Those words are so powerful. It's the spirit of Pan-Africanism. And Pan-Africanism, I believe, extends beyond the borders of Kenya. It extends beyond the borders of East Africa, the borders of Africa. It extends beyond, you know. Africans, we should work towards delivering people who are at problems. People who are at problems are like anybody. It does not have to be somebody with my skin color. Yes, we should work towards delivering people who are at problems. Like us, we should have that humanity in us. And that's one thing I've noticed with Julius Malema. He's really defending the people of Palestine. He's doing quite a good job ensuring there's peace in Africa. You know, there's no way we can accept money from somebody who is oppressing someone else. If we get money from them and they're oppressing someone else, there's no power we have within us to tell them they are wrong. Because we are afraid of one thing: if we want them, we're gonna face problems. We're not gonna get the liquid injection into us. That is how it happens, you know. Africans, we should work towards togetherness. Togetherness, togetherness. Togetherness is the key. Togetherness is what will bring the borderless policy. Togetherness is what will bring about liberation. Togetherness is what will bring about economic freedom that people of South Africa and the whole of Africa, I believe, are looking towards to. Palestine, the case in Palestine was once a case in Africa. And so, as fellow Africans and as humans, let's act accordingly. Let's just act accordingly. Yeah, I don't have much to say because much has been said by Julius Malema. So I'll just have to end the video here. Share your thoughts on the comment section. In the next video, we'll have a critical analysis of other videos as well. So support me on Patreon, subscribe to the channel, and do give the video super thanks. So thank you, and see you in the next one.